Hey, Jordan Rawling here from jordanrawling.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips to get on top of those university lectures. Okay, so we'll get started. Before you even get to the lecture, you need to do some background reading. Really, get to grips with just the basics of what the lecture is going to be about. And if you know the basics, a bit of revision doesn't hurt. But another benefit of doing this is it just gets your mind prepared and ready for what it's about to learn. And when you're in the lecture, it just makes it easier to regurgitate all the information that you've learned and remember it all, get it in your head, and get it ready for when you're writing notes. And you can always ask for a copy of the PowerPoint that's going to be used in the lecture before the lecture actually starts, and that'll help you get to grips with the basics. And if you watch my last video, then you'll know a really good way of getting to basics with some of the subjects that you're learning at university. So yeah, get background reading before you even get into the lecture, and that's really important for keeping on top of things. Labelling your notes, and I only say this one just because of my own stupidity. The amount of times I've written notes at conferences and seminars and things, and I've not labelled them properly. I've not put a title or a time or a date or something, and then I've gone back to find them, and I mean it's just frustrating looking for your notes for hours and hours and hours trying to find just that bit of information you want. So definitely do that. It's just easier to do it than look through your notes for hours trying to find one little bit of information, yeah, it can really bum out your day, and keeping an organised sort of book journal type thing where all your notes are stored is quite handy as well. I'm sure you're already doing this, but if you're studying psychology or something, keeping all the bits separate, all titled and properly organised really helps out when you're looking through for bits of information. Next tip, don't write everything. It's not possible anyway. It's just stupid, waste of time. Because you can't really concentrate on what's going on if you're always writing everything and trying to keep up. So it's just don't do it. Just write down the main arguments and how it all makes sense in your head. What you're really trying to do when you're writing notes is just make sense of everything, make a logical order to you. So it's really depends on how you think, how you do things. See, I'm very visual, so I like to draw flow charts of everything. I like to draw spider diagrams of how everything links together. I don't really write a lot of words. I just write sort of bits and bops and then go back and revise those bits. So yeah, maybe a page of words isn't really the answer for you. Maybe you should look at different ways of actually writing your notes and composing everything into a way that makes sense in your head. That's what you're really going for with your note taking. Write important details so you know what to look for later. This kind of comes back to organisation. I mean, just when you write a note, make sure it's going to make sense later on. What to actually look for and revise, because or read up on, because yeah, the worst thing is when you just see a word and you're like, well, what the hell was I on about there? What am I supposed to do now? So yeah, it just saves you a bit of time. When you don't understand, see, a lot of people get hung up on the fact, oh, what was that about? And they start thinking about it and they start worrying and they don't understand what's going on. And then they miss out on things later on. So just when you don't understand something, just don't dwell on it at all. Just don't even worry about it for 1 second. Because if you don't understand a time or a sentence, or even a whole section of the lecture, then it can distract you just from the rest of the stuff, the rest of the any more golden nuggets of info in there that you'll miss out on if you're too distracted thinking about this bit you don't understand. So just write a little note down of what it is, or just even the word that you didn't understand. You can check up on it later. Just don't worry about it during the lecture, because you got to remember that's where you're learning the basics, getting the information firsthand that you need. So don't get distracted, basically. And then after the lecture, once you've actually come out of the lecture and you've got your notes and you've got an understanding of what was going on, then go and discuss it with other students, because that can really help you pick up on things that you missed when you're listening to other people's opinions. How they've made sense of it in their head can really help you make sense of it. And also when you're explaining how you made sense of it to them, then it can really help you out in just getting it set in your head, getting it remembered and that. So I hope that's helped you out with some of the lectures and things. I hope you know what you're going to be doing when you go into your first lectures, or even if you've already done lectures before, maybe it's given you a few tips. So hopefully it has. And check out my site, jordanrawling.com, for any more tips on university, more tips on dealing with exams, dealing with exam stress, or making money at university, making money online so you don't have to get a part-time job to pay off your debts and your bills. And also loads of other stuff on there as well, organisation, productivity. It's going to really help you out with your university stuff. Subscribe to my channel as well, and you'll keep up to date with all these videos that I'm making, keep up to date with all the stuff that's going to help you through your university, make your university experience the best it can be. And also check out my last video if you want to learn how to make complicated subjects in university, really basics, just so you can get the fundamentals and things. Go check that out because I've got some good stuff on there. Okay, see you soon, mate.
You know I'm not one